this holiday season was weird. And I was like, every week I was thinking, what will we talk about? Like, what am I going to talk to you about?
Right.
Because I always wanted to text you something and say, hey, what are you thinking about this? So just the other day, it's the first time this has happened. And I don't even think it happened last year. Somebody said to me, oh, what's your New Year's resolution? I'm like, New Year's resolutions are still out there?
Oh, I thought about talking about this, but I was going to shit all over it. So I was like, well, I don't want to take the wind out of our sails.
I don't have any wind. No, take it.
This is fantastic.
Show me the wind.
I have a rant about this.
Okay, I want to hear it.
I'm really glad you brought this up. I was like,
it's my first
if she brings it up, I'm going to have you do yours first. So that
Wait a minute. Why would I have to bring the subject? I asked you if you have anything to talk about.
Because I wasn't going to bring it up. Like, I'm not a New Year's resolution guy. So I was like, but she might want to talk about it.
All right.
Like, I don't know if you're big on that.
I just told you. I didn't even know they still existed.
They definitely exist. And there's people posting about it every day right now about all the
so
things
you're a
they're gonna
social
do different
media
this
person.
Year. Yeah.
You went down the black hole of the social media.
Seek it out, but I do scroll like my friends and family that are, there's a bunch of people that I'm just connected to on there.
And then you see who they are, and they are, and they are.
It's just like, this is what appears. It's like, dude, there's like 9,000 real estate agents on my feed right now posting their New Year's resolutions. Guaranteed. I don't even have to look to know this is true.
People have New Year's resolutions?
100% this is still a thing. And usually it's like, all the stuff they didn't like about themselves last year, how it's going to be different this year.
Is it about themselves? So I guess
I don't know.
I guess a New Year's resolution is about something for yourself.
I think it could be literally anything. I think a lot of people use this time of year to set goals. Some of them are very legit, like, these are my business goals for the year, whatever. My rant on, I don't think about that. This is not my time. I'm like a seasonal person. Like, I don't think about all the shit I'm going to do in 2026 in January when it's like dark at 4:00. Everything's frozen. Everything, like, when I see the first little piece of green pop out of the ground, what are those, crocus? What's that flower that comes out?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if I got that right.
Is it a daffodil? No.
Daffodils come up early.
Do they?
They're spring.
Oh, but the little ones.
There's like these little purple things that come out of the grass.
Maybe crocuses.
I don't know, I'm making it up. But like whatever that is. Like when I see a sign of life, my mindset changes with it. Now, I'm always thinking about what I'm going to do next in my life. I'm never like sitting
depressed?
on my laurels. No. Oh. I just I eat different in the winter. My patterns for working out change in the winter. Did I mention I eat different?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. Like, my tastes change. I'll eat steak and salad in the summer, but I don't even think about eating a salad in the winter.
No, right? I agree with you.
Just an example.
But steak
all year. I just consume it differently. I'll eat more rice. Warmer food,
Comfy.
Like warmer comfort foods.
Yeah, no one thinks of a salad
in the winter. Yeah. Like all these holiday parties, I'm wolfing down cookies, but I don't really think about cookies in the summer. They're not on my radar screen.
I agree.
So like...
You think of nuts and berries in the summer.
I do. Salads, nuts, berries, still meat, but like I eat cleaner automatically.
Okay.
I don't have to think about it. So I don't stress about it when my belly gets a little bit bigger in the winter because I know it's going to disappear. You're
one of those people, like you eat and eat. It doesn't matter. And then you say, oh, don't worry, it's going to shed off in the spring and summer.
I'm going to work out. No, it's not like automatic. I just know
people actually say that.
I'm a seasonal person in the sense that I will be more active. I will work out more than I do. I work out in the winter, but I do oh, dude, I'm slacking. I feel like I should tell you about this.
You should.
Because the last time we talked about this, I was very consistent for a long time. And I do have my reasons. But New Year's resolutions.
Okay, let's go.
Let's finish this. I just don't believe this is the best time of year to like commit to all these things. Because like it's the least motivated I'm gonna be all year. I'm
gonna say that I think I believe and understand that piece because I was just struggling. In the business world, they always say, what's your goal for this year, right? And you have to kind of get yourself established by the end of the year. And then all of a sudden you start and you're like, oh, I got to go balls to the wall, right?
Right.
But we don't have that adrenaline going on right now.
I sure don't.
Maybe some of the reasons, like you said, gets dark, short days, your phone's not ringing crazy.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what it is. Maybe we're a little lazy, maybe because we're cold. And maybe we force it.
I think we do. That's my theory.
I think so.
I think it's
and I
forced.
think what you're saying to me, because I've been trying to do the business plan. You want it, you feel good, but you don't have that, I'm going at it. I'm getting up, I'm going.
Right.
I think you're right. I think New Year's resolution shouldn't be this time of year. I think you just went off from a holiday of, first of all, you were doing so great. Everyone's doing great. Everyone's doing great. All of a sudden, eat, drink, be merry.
Right.
For 30 days.
I spent the last month at holiday parties, stuffing my face.
Right.
Like.
And now, what is it mostly what people do? Diet, exercise more, sleep better.
Right.
Dry January.
Yeah.
I mean, is that a thing now?
Oh, yeah. I found out my friends that I usually drink with on Fridays are doing it. I didn't know that.
Such a lonely month. See? It's a lonely month.
I had no idea.
So
they didn't tell me.
So it's interesting when I got asked, do you have any New Year's resolutions? I'm like, do people still do that?
Oh, I think it's a thing.
So I
don't ask people though, so I don't really.
So you don't have
one? I don't find out.
Did you look into it?
No. I think you should always be thinking about how to make your life better. You shouldn't wait till the first of the year.
Right.
Right? Like, if that's not on your mind, why? You should ask yourself why. But
wait, you should ask yourself why you don't have a New Year's resolution?
Why is that not on your mind like all the time? Like, why are you not constantly trying to improve yourself, right? Like,
right.
If that's not a routine thing you're doing, then you don't have that habit, and you should, I think. But this is not the most motivating time of the year.
No.
Like, for all the reasons you mentioned.
I have to agree.
There are things I like to do in the winter, don't get me wrong. I'm not hibernating, but...
Yeah, you are. You're not going out and hiking.
Not enough, dude. So what happened was, I feel guilty. Like...
Making you feel that.
Yeah. I feel like you're judging me because you know how dedicated I was to rucking. Like, I was out 3+ days a week consistently for years.
No, I know how much you enjoy it and you like the solitude of it. And when you told me about it, I knew that was your connection of release stress and everything. And I'm thinking, wait a minute, you gave that up? How'd you give that up for yourself?
I didn't mean to.
Oh, but I'm not judging you in that sense. I was more like, I'm actually kind of like sad to hear you did that.
Yeah.
Because then you're like separating what was important to you. So and I wonder why, but maybe
it was just a schedule change.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I used to have, I'm not sure, this is going to sound bad because it's going to sound like I'm blaming my wife, but I'm not blaming my wife. Like, the day our youngest went to kindergarten, my wife went and got a job, which is exactly like what I would hope and expect she would do. So I'm happy and proud that she did that.
Yeah.
It just changed my schedule. So I used to have like quite a bit of freedom when I was done. Like, I do a morning inspection.
Yep.
And then between when I finished the inspection and when I would start writing my report, usually I would go get lost in a forest for a while. And I didn't have a time restriction on that. So like, it made it really cool in the sense that if I wanted to just go out for 20 minutes and just get my heart rate up and then go back to my vehicle and get back to work, I could do that.
Yep.
But I could also go out for 3 hours if I wanted to, or go hunting. And with like having to get home to make sure I was home in time to get the kids off the bus now, it was like I found myself making it more of like the 20-minute kind of deal. Like, I was just doing it for the exercise now, and it just changed it. And I'm one of these people where I'm like, I'm either all in or I'm not doing it. And I haven't figured out where it fits again yet. It will get fit back in. I just don't know exactly how and where yet. I am working on that though. I have a little plan.
You might have to get up early.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. I love my sleep.
Wasn't that the greatest time is when you're outside and it's freezing out and you're sweating?
It's awesome.
And then you go in, it's the best.
That's why I love hiking in the snow, because it's like, once you warm up, you're in this magic world that it's almost like, you feel like nobody knows about it because nobody's out. It's quiet.
No one's out.
No one's out. You just own the whole forest.
Then I went
awesome.
snowshoeing New Year's Day.
You're just going to tell me about all the things I'm not
Leominster State Forest.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
I was going to bring up a real estate topic that I haven't gotten back to researching yet. And I wondered if you had one before I took off on it. So I had an agent get kind of upset with me about I stopped testing for radon about a year ago, maybe more, might have been 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I have my reasons. I think as a business, testing for radon, like the air tests, I think it's an awful business, logistically speaking. Having to go back and pick those things up, the machines.
Oh, because you would use the machine and not those.
Yeah, because I have a fundamental, so this is where I'm going to go off the rails. I have a fundamental issue. So I think people understand when I tell them I don't test for radon anymore, meaning I don't bring the machine and go get the machine. I've never gotten pushback on that. But I got pushback recently because I didn't have the secondary option of placing those little charcoal canisters and then having an agent go retrieve them. So this is where I meant to do a little more homework on this, but because I'm not fresh on what's called chain of custody. So if you're doing, let's say you needed a water test done on a property.
Yeah.
A lot of a lab, if it's for a VA loan, I'm pretty sure the chain of custody matters, meaning a independent third party has to take the sample and bring it to the lab because they don't want somebody who's got skin in the game, who has influence.
Correct.
Who could taint the test or fake the test or whatever, invalidate the test to be involved. I don't see radon as any different. I don't see why we don't think of it that way. I don't understand whose idea it was to be oh, well, a certified person can place the test, but then somebody who's got skin in the game can go cap the test, complete the paperwork, and mail it in. To me, that's a broken chain of custody.
And also, who's maintaining and seeing that the windows and the doors and all that are staying?
You're bringing the other part of this home.
That is the biggest, that is my biggest complaint.
You're having an untrained, uncertified individual, presumably. I don't know any agents who have gone and gotten certified to test for radon. So they're not, presumably they may not notice if the testing conditions were not adequate to get a good result. Yeah, are the windows open? Did the seller cap the test ahead of time? Did they tamper with it?
Right.
They didn't place it, so they may not even recognize if it was tampered with.
Right.
There's a bunch of things, like the temperature. Let's say it was in a basement and the temperature got too low.
Yep.
There's a bunch of things that can invalidate a radon test. And if they're not trained individuals, and I'm not saying it takes an enormous amount of training, but where's the validity in the test? I bet you 9 out of 10 times it's fine. But what about the other 10%? We're testing for a radioactive gas and we treat it like we're going to get a lollipop.
Can you really get an accurate testing done?
Well, yeah. So this is my other issue with short-term tests in general.
Right.
The EPA minimum is a 48-hour test.
Right.
48 to 72 hours is your typical canister test.
Yeah.
It gives you a snapshot in time, an average for that short period of time. So are they valid tests? And yes, they are valid tests. But are there better ways to do it? 100% yes. And that's why at this point, since I don't really want to do it, and people are asking me, well, what should I do? The real answer I'm coming up with is do a long-term test after you own the house. Again, backing up, I don't know whose idea it was to start doing this during a real estate transaction, when everybody's doing stuff with the house.
What's a long-term test?
Good question. A long-term test, as an example, there's one that AccuStar, the laboratory right here in Massachusetts, produces called the Alpha Track. It's a little disc in a plastic shell, and you hang it, let's say in the basement, off a ceiling joist. It has to stay in the house for at least 91 days. up to a year. So you get a lot more exposure time. They are actually tracking, literally, they count the alpha radiation strikes that have hit this little disc. So every time the radon particle like breaks down, if I got that right, they can give you an average that's like dead on. They can tell you exactly, and you're accounting for your seasonal fluctuations, your daily fluctuations. You don't have to maintain closed house conditions.
Oh, I was just going to ask
Use
that.
the house normally, which gives you a very accurate, like, what are you actually breathing, reading?
Because I think it's true. I have said this and asked this many times to inspectors. I'm not pointing to you, but anyone.
You literally just did with your pencil.
I did. So speak. That seasonally, so winter is going to be a completely different read than the summer.
Mm-hmm.
So that kind of test, why isn't that test known?
I used to try to sell them, and I sold like one because you can't do it during a real estate transaction.
Is it expensive?
No, they're cheap.
So
they're like $40.
So I think that is something that a listing agent should know about. People contact me well in advance, sometimes a year, if not maybe 9 months, 6 months. That might be something that could be something that they want to put up there.
Yeah.
And not that the reading has to happen, but it gives the comfort to the buyer that, hey, the reading started here. What'd you say, 90 days, a minimum of 90?
91 days minimum exposure. Yeah.
I mean, that's only a season.
Yeah.
Or halfway to two.
So, but you could leave it longer. You know, if you did 6 months, 9 months, you'd get a really good read. And I go back to like,
that's my notes.
If you think about all the things that we either find wrong with a house during an inspection, or the things you find that need to be mitigated from a laboratory water test, those are pricey. Those can be pricey items. Compare that against the cost of your typical radon mitigation system. What are they running now? $1,200. This is not a deal breaker.
No.
So again, I come back to the idea, like, whose idea was it to try to fit this into the confines of a real estate transaction? Why are we doing it now? When everybody's trying to do all this crap. You know, you got the financing end of it, you got the inspection end of it, you got all this, you got people moving out of the house, which is another thing that can invalidate the radon test. They open every freaking door and leave it open and take all their stuff out of the house. You got all these disturbances, and you've got all these things flying at the buyer that they have to worry about. Why are we doing this test then? I don't understand it. I don't know why. Like, I think it started as an upsell.
Yeah.
And
well,
like, I get that. You can make a few bucks. I just don't think it's like the best way to do it.
No.
Not by a long shot.
I don't think so. But do you recommend anyone that you talk to, like if they call you about it, do you say, I don't recommend it, but I recommend you to do it after you buy, and I recommend this?
That's where I'm at now, yeah.
Yeah.
So like,
I think that's great.
That's where, when someone reaches out and they schedule an inspection, and they're like, oh, I also want to do a radon test. I explain to them, I don't do it anymore, and here's what I recommend you do. Is a long-term piece. I just send them the link.
I don't think I've had a buyer, and I've had a lot of shift in my business last year to have a lot more buyers.
Yeah.
Normally I'm a heavy lister. I don't think I've had anyone that wanted to do a test.
A lot of times the agents bring it up.
I wonder why.
I think it's kind of ingrained. I think, I know coming into this industry, it was like a very common thing to do where it was just kind of built into the inspection process where, you know, some guy leaves the kit and the agents pick it up. It's just how we've been doing it. And it's, I guess what I'm trying to say is I feel like that should be disrupted. Because I don't agree with it.
I don't disagree with you, especially the way you said it. And honestly, it sounds more comforting, especially like you said. I mean, what's the fix? It's minimal.
Yeah. I mean, it can get more complicated.
It's not minimal when it comes to a water issue.
Right.
I mean, I would be doing every test possible. And I don't like the comprehensive. People do the comprehensive. It's like only going to get so much. But I feel like you get the comprehensive. Anyone can do the comprehensive and it passes. But don't you believe in doing the next level up or the next level?
I'm not sure which laboratory you're referring to. Because like they all do different things for different.
That's true. Sorry.
The comprehensive with radon is what I do at Neshoba Analytical.
Okay.
And it's pretty good.
Okay.
I mean, the only other thing I'm starting to see is people asking for that PFAS testing.
And is that more money?
Dude, it's $400, my cost, just for that one.
It's a separate test?
Yeah. And
What?
it's super easy to contaminate it. Like, I don't even like doing it. Like, they're down to, like, most of your lab results, when you look at, like, the, what is it? I think they go down to, like, parts per million, maybe even parts per billion on certain things. These are tiny particles we're talking about. On PFAS, they're going down to parts per trillion, and the threshold is, like, 2 parts per trillion. It's like, you know, you got to be super careful taking that sample that you don't contaminate it.
Are you finding it in only certain areas still? Or people
I haven't
because
had one
they
pop yet. I haven't done many of them. It's not something I'm pushing on people, because I think it's like, if there's a known problem in the area, and we do know of a few areas that have that type of contamination, and it's like, okay, if you're in a known contaminated area, you may want to do it. But generally speaking, if someone's just like, am I drinking, you know, if they want to know what their well water is like, I'm not like heavily. So let me just ask something.
You can't find that in a regular standard water test.
No.
So it has to be specific for that.
You have to ask for that specific.
Is there any other specific thing for a water test?
You can.
I meant
you
like.
can run the gamut.
That's what I was saying. All those levels. I feel like the standard is. There must be something that's missing in it, especially when we've been hearing things like PFAS is one of them. But like you said, it's not in all areas.
No.
But then it could be a random one.
You could totally have one randomly pop. So people that are really concerned about it should test for it. Again, I don't know when necessarily.
What do you think about city water?
It's possible. So they're required to test, and you can get their results.
What do you think about city water?
I filter it. I think it tastes like crap. Tastes like ours.
Well,
tastes
don't
like
you think
chlorine.
It's odd when you get a notice every quarter?
Yeah.
Okay. Enough said.
Wait, maybe I didn't understand your question correctly. Say that again.
Don't you think it's odd when you have city water and you get a notice?
No, I think that's required. They're required to report it.
Okay, well, how long are you going to get those notices when it's going to get clean and everyone's still drinking it?
Oh, yeah. I mean, come
on.
Some of those
you don't need to boil, but
they're like, well, we've got a plan, and you know.
Oh, but we'll drink it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Are you flashing? Are you neon at night?
No, I'm good.
You don't glow?
I don't think so. I'm asleep.
What is your plan for? What is your outlook for 2026 and your business plan?
So this is not a New Year's thing.
No.
My outlook. It's looking like it's going to be a good year.
What does that mean?
25 was, in my business, that means like, are people buying enough houses to hire inspectors? Because 23 and 24 were pretty miserable for inspections. There were guys in Massachusetts leaving the business, going out of business, completely frustrated. There was a lot of that. I feel like I was pretty lucky I wasn't unscathed, not by a long shot, but we came out of it okay. 25 was good for us. Like we went back to a fairly normal schedule. I don't see any inkling that 26 is going to be different.
That's good.
It may even be better. Yeah. But I'm kind of maxed out on my.
Do you like the fact that the new law came out?
You all can't talk about waiving inspections. Correct. I'm taking that off the table as a negotiation tool.
Yeah. So it's like fair play for everybody. So I think it's good because you know what? In my world, you don't even think about it. You just plug it in, and if your clients want to do it, great. But I don't even have discussion with my client about it. Yeah. Because I've had some people like, well, I'm not going to bother doing it. Oh, okay. Like I never even knew. Yeah. It's not because you can't. Of course, you can have a discussion with your client, but it's almost back to everyone's going to do it, and it's going back to. It's not because before COVID pandemic. Yeah. It was, what can we find wrong with the house so that we can go back and negotiate? It was getting to that point, right? Yeah. Now it's like, I don't even know. Like, because
people don't talk to me like that. I think
no, but there's no disclosure.
Like that, you know?
Right. There's no disclosures. There's nothing coming out now. Nobody wants to talk about the house. Yeah. Now, Massachusetts is buyer beware state, right? Yes. So there isn't anything.
It is on the buyer to do their diligence.
Correct. But you can't even get like anything from the seller. Yeah. So do you ever get water in the basement? You lived here for 20 years. Did you ever have it? So it's more about buyers are doing their maintenance check on the house. You
Yeah.
know, they walk through, they see
Like,
it.
you think that's what's motivating them?
Yes, because there's still a lack of inventory.
Yeah.
So they know that they're going to buy a house that is potentially going to need something.
Okay.
But I think that they want the inspection because they know that the roof could be X amount of years old. They know the big ticket, right?
Yeah.
So we get the big ticket stuff.
Yeah.
And then, yes, the inspector can kind of be a little bit more fine-tuned if they look at it. But they're really, really looking at, like, what we can't see.
Yeah.
And before it was like, wait, we're going to find out because we can drop it when the inspector puts in his report. We can drop the price. It was.
That's more of a buyer market mentality in my mind.
Exactly. But it was
we
more.
haven't seen for a while.
No. And so, now the feeling is really, I thought it was going to go that extreme because there were so many buyers out there. And once this ruling came into effect, I thought it was going to put that mindset into them as like, now we have more negotiation. Well, it's not like that because they are still don't want to lose the property because it's been that long to try to find something.
Yeah, it's still tough to get a property, so it's not. I don't think their mentality is going to change too much.
But I still don't think that it's a bad ruling, and I still think that if there's something crucial that comes up, yes, they have the right to back out, right? But I still think it's a great option so that they feel comfortable, because before they're like, oh, I don't really want to waive it. I don't want to waive it. I don't want to waive it, but I want this house. Well, now we don't have to think that way. That piece is off the table. There's always something else that's going to come up.
Of course.
And there are some things that come up, like how are we going to win that now? But that was a big ticket that helped them.
So you feel good about it?
Yeah, I think I think that piece should never have come into play.
You mean like that, like pulling that club out of the bag of waiving inspections, like probably shouldn't have been a thing.
For us to have that so significant, and unfortunately, what happened from it? Unfortunately, it resulted in a lot of lawsuits. And the number one lawsuit is from home inspection, lack of home inspection. So they're coming back and trying to collect on something they found about the house.
Yeah, I mean, who didn't see that coming?
Right.
You know,
but
if
that's
you're
the
advising somebody to not bother with part of the process that we all know is like for their best interest.
I don't think I could buy a house without, and I don't necessarily mean a home inspector, but like I come from a family that, I had, my father was a contractor, my brother was a contractor. I would want somebody to look at.
Set eyes on it.
Right.
That's not involved.
Correct.
And that's the thing. Is like you're attached to it.
Yes.
You're in love with the property. You want somebody who's not in love with it to at least tell you, like, are you seeing it clearly? Like, yeah, I totally get that. What people are willing to accept is how I see it. Because like it wasn't that many years ago. If you went in, like I look at a house as like 5 major systems, like building envelope, keeping everything dry, structure, holding everything up, electrical, plumbing, heating. So you got 5 majors, and it used to be like if you came out and said 2 out of 5 major systems are like junk, needs a roof, needs a heating system, people would often rethink, you kind of step back and go, okay, I don't feel the same way about this. Now I got to redecide how I feel about this house. And I noticed in more recent years, you can tell people 3 out of 5 are toast. And they're like, yeah, I'm going to buy it anyway, because like, what else am I going to do? And it's like, whoa, I'm really glad I'm not in that position right now. I think that's a tough position to be in, to feel that much pressure to buy a house where you can't make, I don't want to say a rational decision, but like you're kind of being pushed by the force of that market. No,
but a lot of people want to upscale right away. Like you're thinking maybe 3 to 5 years, if they're buying a first-time buyer house, they want to upscale. Well, if they're going to have to dump in quite a bit of money because of the systems that you're saying, if they might be sitting tight a little bit longer.
Yeah.
So there's going to be a shift again.
Then again, the way people have been gaining equity, they could, in recent years, they're able to get it right back.
But then the cost of doing it.
The case.
Then the cost of doing it.
I know it. That's all doubled.
I mean, it's this vicious circle.
Yep. Yeah, it's been nuts. It's been quite a few years. So my outlook, I don't know. On our side, it looks pretty good. I feel like people are calmer now. Like we're able to. I feel like things are getting more normal. That's how I perceive client feedback right now, is I feel like things are normalizing a bit. I don't know if that's actually true. I'm just going by what people are telling me. You know, I don't look into the numbers like you guys do. You guys are more like, you understand more about like days on market, the actual reality of like what's going on in the market. I just kind of go by how much my phone is ringing and what people are telling me.
That's great feedback, because that piece is also important to all the pieces that come into play. I mean, you got to be talking to people, and if you see the same agent all the time and the same home inspector, you know things are going well. When you don't see the same people and you're like, I haven't seen that person in so long, maybe things aren't going so well.
Yeah, it definitely puts your antenna up. You sense these changes, and it might take you a little while to put your finger on it. But a lot of you guys are so good with the numbers, I can just ask you. I don't have to go look it all up. I can just be like, hey, research guy, you know? There's definitely some people in my sphere that are like very research driven.
Oh.
And I can just be like, hey, what are what are days of market right now? And just right off the top of the head, you know, you don't have to go look. There's people like that. I was never like that. Back when I was an agent, I didn't. Everybody has their strengths, you know?
I'm going to be the cheerleader, okay? I'm going to be the cheerleader. I'm going to be like,
yeah.
I'm not going to.
That's.
I've never been, well, yeah, whatever.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever works, you know?
All right.
Yeah.
Let's wrap it up.
Yeah. So this is what we're doing. I guess we should tell people that.
What do you want to tell them?
We're co-hosting. We should tell people.
Yeah. So we're co-hosting together. So I should introduce the co-host.
Oh.
This is Mark Fratoni, and I want him to tell a little bit about himself. So you got 15 seconds.
I've done that before. So I'm a home inspector. She's an agent. And I think I like the idea.
I'm an agent. I'm a real estate agent.
Are you a realtor?
Yes. I belong to.
A realtor.
Yes.
That's like a different thing. So I like the idea, the concept that we have here. To me, I don't know if you feel the same way about this. Like, I don't look at you as an adversary, but I think there's like this built-in adversarial component to me poking holes in a house for a living and you selling them. You're cheerleading it and I'm pooping on it. So I like that idea of us hosting this together, because it's like two very different perspectives.
Yeah, and I really think that we can delve deep into some of the topics that we think should be delve into. I like the whole radon thing that you brought up. And we would love to have some more topics. We have plenty. We could sit here all day and keep going back and forth about some things, but we really want to hear from you. Lana Kopsla from Coldwell Banker Realty in Leominster. You can find me at lanasellshomes.com. You can DM me with Lana Sells Homes. You can find me Lana Sells Homes. So feel free to write. But we really, really appreciate you subscribing and giving us your thoughts. So you can find us on any podcast site, you know, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube. Find us, write to us. We really want to know, because we also, if you're interested in coming on the show, sitting here, shooting the breeze with us, we'd love it.
We could put another chair here.
We can easily do that. We can do many.
We can put a table here.
Yeah. We want it to be a comfortable, conversational, go down the rabbit hole, anything.
Talk about real stuff.
Yeah, real stuff.
This industry there's a lot to talk about. And between the two of us, we have a lot of unique experiences. And I think we could literally just rap about this stuff endlessly. But I also definitely am interested in having guests. I want to know what people are thinking about. You can find me, I'd say Instagram's the easiest place to find me. Probably Wachusett _ inspection. You can always message me, like, questions if you want to be on here, whatever. Yeah, I think this is gonna be an interesting year. Like, we'll have a lot to talk about.
I think so.
Yeah.
And we'd like to come on quite a bit. So, you know, really reach out to us. If we don't hear from anyone soon, don't worry. We have plenty of topics to have on our own. So hope you listen in, and we hope to have some feedback. So thank you for listening, and we will see you soon.
Cheers.
Cheers. Thanks.
Rock and roll.